football in the Lone Star State here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from NRG Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Whenever he comes in the game, you know exactly what you're going to get. He may not be one of the ultra-talented superstars or anything like that at the quarterback position, but he's a reliable presence in the huddle. He brings a lot of stability to this role, and he is capable of doing his job well and more than giving your team a fighting chance.
On play action, Brissett. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Second and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Higgins sent in motion. Now DeMarcado. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. DJ Speed getting in there to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read.
Jacoby Brissett. It's a gain of 20. And the Cardinals first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Arizona.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the ground, DeMarcado. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a second and 9. They'll run. It's DeMarcado. He'll only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He finds his man. It's Dortch. And he'll get into the end zone. Greg Dortch, touchdown, Arizona. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Texans nothing.
Here's Ryland now. After a TD, he'll send this one away. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Texans take
So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Think back to a couple years ago. He's the 2nd overall pick. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Going into year 2, Mike, I think the expectations were that he was going to blow up onto the scene and be MVP-type quarterback. The team as a whole took a little bit of a step back, and so did CJ. So I think going in, they're motivated. I think they want to recapture a lot of the magic from CJ Stroud's rookie year and now see, okay, in year 3, with the pieces he has around him, they think the sky's the limit.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. He'll go again with Marks. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
It's a gain of 3.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cards offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Be able to muster a couple of yards. Big Sheldon Rankins in there for the stop.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Brissett. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd, they need 8. Now Brissett will set up a screen to DeMercado. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Of 6 yards.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? the decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Here's Noel. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And he gets this up close to the 40. Big Walter Nolan, a rookie out of Ole Miss, there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Marks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Carry now for Marks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. That's going to be pretty close. Look at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
Texans 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Moving outside the pocket.
C.J. Stroud. It's a gain of 8. That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
These are the
28-yard
plays
line.
that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Josh Sweat there on the
He was
tackle.
brought down by Josh Sweat. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with Stroud. Nico Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
Texans
Stroud connects with Collins. And it's a first down for Houston.
16-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
To the right side, and Kurt Scott was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
Texans 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Amari DiMercado to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action, and here's Brissett laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's 2nd down.
EJ Speed.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. start on the ground, and this is Marks. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Now, Stroud. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. First down for Houston.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Stroud to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Brings up
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So after one, the Cardinals have the early edge in this one. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, gets back out to kick this one away. This returnable, it's DeMercado. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Cardinals offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Jalen Petrie on the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up third and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Operating from the gun is Brissett. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. I think he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Man. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team get possession of the football. Texans offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run with Marks. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Stroud going to set up the throw. That one out wide for Marks. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. They'll get him out 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. An inside give to Marks. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Texans first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Josh Sweat getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Stroud. Headed left, buying time. And they're not going to even sniff the first down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out to Harrison. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2 yards.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
There's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
40-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Stroud. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Try the right side with Marks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Texans first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Right back to Marks on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 13 more on that carry. He is turning out the yards. And another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
2nd and 11.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That one incomplete. incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Ball incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans move out front. It's 9-7.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now a toss play, running left, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down 4 yards. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. The Texans offense and the running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. On play action, Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off and drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll run straight ahead with Marks. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
It is 2nd and 6. Stroud gonna tuck this one on his own read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brought down right at
A
the
lot
line
of
of
defense's
scrimmage.
strategy of
No gain on
defending
the
the
play.
zone read, Mike,
It's
is
third down
we want
and
that
6.
quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. On the ground, it's Marks. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down for Houston.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2 yards.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on.
And that is incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Another one through the upright. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, it's back out to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. Cards offense getting set to get back to work. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, The good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
It's a gain of 14
Number
yards.
14 with a pickup of 14 and a first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On first down, we're set. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Arizona will take his first time out. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Now, it's Brissett. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Incomplete contact, but it's going to be fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's the punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. To the right side, and Kirk Scott. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On a 2nd down throw for Stroud. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud to the left side into the hands of Collins.
Stroud's pass complete to Nico Collins. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. Now screen set up for Marks. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Stroud. That's taken in by Marks. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 more yards.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Here, and it's Marks. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Big Walter Nolan, a rookie out of Ole Miss, there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now, Stroud. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of
22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Texas first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Third and 2.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And the Texans going to be set up with first and goal. They're able to convert on that third and 3.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Marks. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will extend this third quarter lead.
19, Cardinals 7.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Dortch now to return it. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Cardinals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Now DeMarcado. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up and wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On third down, they'll throw with Brissett. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
The Cardinals lining up 4-1. Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Stroud going to set up to throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Little quick pass with the receiver heading left. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
27-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Give to Marks from the gun. And he'll get forward for a couple. Keem Davis Gaither there to make the stop.
25-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Stroud to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. Was great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll go play action here with Brissett. He'll get this out wide to DiMercado. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
They've talked about the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Brissett. Will set up the screen to DeMercado. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
39-yard line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Touchdown, Arizona. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Now Ryland for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game.
Cardinals 14.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Whoa! That'll be brought down as the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll go play action with Stroud. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver.
It leads to
and that will lead to a second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And the work is close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Team Davis Gaither there to make the stop.
On the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And the Texans.
It is a big-time play for Houston. 35 yards.
23-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Marks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. To throw is Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Christian.
Down this close, 3rd and goal. I think that's a really good decision. Give your coach the ability to make a decision on 4th down. Do you take the points, or do you keep your offense out there and go for 6?
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This returnable, it's DeMercado. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring them down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, here's Brissett. He'll look for and find DiMercado out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it's third.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals line up for a punt as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Kirk is the motion man. On play action, Stroud. He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Intended for
throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one brought in by Berrios. 14 on the pickup. First down for Houston.
Yards. And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he's able to fight through one tackle here, pick up about 3.
He's a
2nd down coming up.
To the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
First down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
On first down, it's Marks. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down
at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Here's a handoff to Chubb. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Chubb, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, Stroud. And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage.
He's
well short
right
of a first down. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. On 1st and 10, here's Brissett. Rolling to the left. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
They'll run. It's Mercado. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
He'll air it out deep for Wilson. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page in his target. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
22-yard line.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
In trouble, and down he goes.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field?
The Texans set to punch this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. On the return, it's Dortch. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Cards offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. We're set now on 1st down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Will Anderson in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
On play action, we're set. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Brissett. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screen play. Of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
We're about ready now for the punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll run with Marks. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 25
That's another quick 1st down, and that's a 25-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Right back to Marks on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Trying to fight any CB10, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
A 32-yard attempt.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense get those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here is Brissett. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Now Brissett throwing on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to Carter. And he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Now a screen set up for Carter. This one going to be zipped out. Blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Brissett. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A pickup there of 13. It's an Arizona 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make it?
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Texans have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on that play. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
On the stop. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd
So,
and
2
6.
minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. Stroud to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense headed back to take over once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. That's quickly out to Harrison. Arizona will take its first time out. Clock will stop. 70 seconds left to go in this game.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass in a real...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Operating from the gun is Brissett. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. Card's going to signal for their third and final timeout. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Aziz Al-Shire. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. So it's a win here for the Texans. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.